Hey everybody, and welcome to Mission Control for a feature-focused video. In this video we're talking about intensity view. If you want to see at a glance the intensity setting of each fixture, the intensity view window is the place to be. Each fixture has a block showing the intensity as a number and as a bar down the left-hand side. The header bar shows the selection/programmer state, like fixture buttons, blue for selected, cyan for in the programmer. Rising or falling intensity is shown as a blue up arrow or a green down arrow. Track values from previous queues are shown as a magenta equals sign. In a solo or block queue, a red not permitted symbol is shown. If the intensity levels are controlled by an effect, they are shown in yellow with a tilde symbol. If the IPCGBESFX states of the fixture are also highlighted in the attributes, if they have been set in the programmer. If the intensity is controlled from a queue or queue list, the name of the queue will be shown. You can filter the view to show only a certain type of fixture using the buttons on the left. Let's take a look at some of that. So here I've got version 14 of Titan on the Titan Go interface. So as I open up my intensity view, I can do open workspace window and then choose intensity view and have it here. You can see here all of our different fixtures and their current states, which is everything turned off. And we'll go ahead and bring up our visualizer so we can see what we're doing at the same time. So if we were to bring up, say, this queue here, I'm going to see what fixtures they're in and which queue they were from. Same thing with our queue list. Once we hit go, we're going to see that they faded up, so they have the blue up arrow. We hit go. You can see the ones that faded down from the last queue and the ones that are tracking through. We hit go again. We see here in this queue, which is a solo queue, which fixtures are in that, and that they're having the red not permitted symbol. And then we go on, we can see into our next ones where they track. And on this queue here, we can see that these fixtures have a intensity shape on them, as we can see here, this running an intensity shape. And if I drop that down, we see that all their intensities go down. And we'll double tap release just to release it. If we just select some fixtures, such as our BMFLs, we can see them here. We'd also filter it down to show just our BMFLs like this. So we select them and then locate them and put their dimmer in the programmer. We can now see the eye is highlighted. If we were to select some of our others, say we'll put a gobo and a position and a color in them, and then go back to our workspace here. And again, filter back out. We can see that we have the intensity, position, color, and gobo all in the programmer, as shown here. And of course, if we hit clear, that all drops away. If we wanted to modify our view, we can do that here in the context menu. Remember that other context menus on the 4 lines button on the Titan Go interface, the Sapphire Touch and D9s, and on the other consoles, it's just Ledwowski's B, C, and D as shown circled here. In the context menu, we'll have the following options. The first option allows you to show only fixtures in a particular state, all fixtures, which is the default, stage, fixtures which show intensity above 0, programmer, fixtures that are in the programmer, selected, fixtures which are currently selected, live queues, only intensities coming from active queues, connected queue, only fixtures in the currently connected queue, just for queue lists and chases, and frozen, fixtures with a frozen intensity. You can also change the display order of fixtures using the Sort Context menu button. You can sort them by user number, last selected, and DMX address. So let's take a look at some of that. So here, if we changed our filter to all, we can have it all, which is the default we can have it changed to stage. You can see that nothing's up because no one's fixtures have intensity above 0, but if we bring these up, obviously it has all of those fixtures in. And of course also have any fixtures that we were to say in the programmer, because they are outputting and would show as outputting from the stage. If we were to change it from stage to program, we show only fixtures we have in the programmer. So if we were to select these ones and hit locate, they would also be in our programmer. If we change it to just selected, we see that even though our spiders are in the programmer, they're not being shown because only our BMFLs are currently selected. If we were to deselect them, it would go away. If we changed it to live queues, it'd only show fixtures from queues that are active, which is currently this one. If we drop it down, change it here, we'll see just those fixtures, or the ones that are on this one also. We can change it to connected queue. So if we were to connect to our queue list here, we'd see only the fixtures that are in that queue list. If we change it to frozen, we only show fixtures we have a frozen intensity on. So if we were to select our spot fixtures, for instance, and we'll put them at 21%, and then we were to click on the value here, or the at buttons on a regular console, we can change it to freeze. And you see now those fixtures are showing there as frozen. If we change it back to all fixtures, then we can change it to sort by user number, which is the default. Change it to last selected. So if we were to select these fixtures and then hit clear, they still stay up front because the last one's selected. If we were to select, say, our QPix panels, we see that they move to the top instead of our spiders. We also change it to DMX address. So it's going to short them by their universe and address from there. So we can see it has done that, because these all fixtures are all on our first universe. These are our second universe, third, so on and so forth. And then we can also change it back to user number. Continuing on with our options in the context menu, open channel grid opens the channel grid window. Search allows you to enter characters to search for in the legend or user number. Matching fixtures will be shown as you type. When search is active, a search bar is shown at the top of the window. Click the X to remove the search filter, or click on the text to modify the search string. View if lets you click on a group and or playback to show only the fixtures in that group or playback. For a chase or queue list, this will include all fixtures and then all of the queues of that chase/list. The filter settings are shown on the bar at the top of the window. Click the X to remove the filter, or click on the bar to change the group/playback. So let's take a look at that. So if we click on it again, we can see we can click on Open Channel Grid, and it'll open our Channel Grid window, which of course shows all of our fixtures and all of their attributes. See our video on Channel Grid for more information on this. If we click our context menu again, we can use the search. So we wanted to search for, say, our BMFLs. We could type BMFL, and it would send it out to our BMFLs. If we searched for, say, our spiders, SPID, you can see it, excuse me, it's actually two I's than a D. It sends out to just our spiders, but if we backspace, ESP, we also see our spot fixtures. When we type O, it filters down to our spots. Last, we have the view if. So we click on view if, and then we would click on, say, our first row QPix. We can see it narrows down to just those. Or if we did view if and say this queue here, we see it got rid of all the fixtures that aren't in that queue. In the window appearance settings, the cog/gear button, there are further display buttons. Turning off some of the options will reduce the size of each fixture button, which may be useful if you want to get more fixtures on the screen. We can filter the fixtures shown or hidden, shows or hides the fixture selection buttons on the left. User number hidden/user number shown/DMX address shown sets whether the information is shown in the top left corner of the button. Legend shown or hidden sets whether the fixture legend is shown in the top bar. Queue information shown or hidden sets whether the button shows the current queue information. Attribute mask buttons shown or hidden. Sets whether the button shows the IPC, G, B, E, S, FX settings. Halo color, custom or auto. If set to custom, buttons will have the halo color if you have set one. Otherwise, they will not have a halo. If it's set to auto, buttons will color using the automatic fixture type colors using the filter buttons on the left. Fixture cells shown or hidden. If set to shown, separate buttons are shown for each cells, subfixtures of any multi-celled fixture, along with the master intensity. Tracked fixtures shown or hidden. The option only appears if it is filtered to a live queue or connected queue. Sets whether fixtures are shown with tracked intensities are shown or not. So let's take a look at that. So if we click our gear button here, we can see we can hide the filters. So see it got rid of the filters down the side of our screen here. User number shown or DMX address shown or hidden. See it no longer has the user number or DMX address at the top there. Turn it back on. We can see that again. Change the legend on or off. See the legend over fixture has turned off or back on. Queue information shown or hidden. So if we have a queue running, so it's our queue list here. We can see it says queue list 7 and its name. So if we turn that off, you see that is taken off the buttons. Attribute mask shown. You can see there, took the IPCG BESFX away or turned it back on. We have our halo color set to auto or custom. These ones don't have any custom, so we're not going to see any change there. And fixture cells hidden or shown. So if we were to filter to our QPix panels fixtures, we can see that here's the master fixtures. And if we turn this on and have it show our cells, we can see that now it has fixture 8, cell 9, 10, so on and so forth. Let me turn that back to not showing it. If we get subtract values going in our fixtures here, and we'll filter back to all. There we have subtract values. So if we go back in here, we can go back in here and set our view to the live queues. And then if we go into our appearance settings here, we have the option to turn tracked fixtures off or back on and see that they are now there. So that has been the intensity view. I hope you learned something. Join us on Facebook at Avolites US. Join us here next time. Please subscribe. Thanks. Bye.
Wheel stop.
Roger, wheel stop, Discovery. Welcome back. A great ending to the new beginning.